Forms are needed to ask customers for their feedback, or as part of business processes, personal information, or for surveying opinions. Nowadays, many forms are filled out online. This allows for customizability, efficient distribution, collection, and automatic data analysis. But it also bears data security risks, data leaking, or data exfiltration. And here comes in our Plone-based solution. With enterprise-grade forms without third-party data risk. Privacy Form Studio allows you to design your forms easily with the powerful drag-and-drop editor, providing visual preview, support for various field types, multilingual surveys, translations, and much more. Privacy Form Studio supports the most common languages of the world. The forms and surveys designed with Privacy Form Studio can be in almost any language, as all other language versions can be imported. The versions of a form or survey are stored in order, for having a history of the forms for audit trail purposes, or for going back to a previous form versions, for example, in case of an error on the most current form. Any historic version of a form can be previewed and downloaded in the JSON format. A particular version of a form can also be saved as a template, including all form settings for future reuse, avoiding the need of editing forms and their settings repeatedly. Collected data can be used in various ways. Storing the data internally for later export, or for creating visualizations or analysis. The forms can be mailed in various formats to specific recipients, or as a notification. In the latter case, the form content should not be transmitted unencrypted by email. It can also be sent to a third-party system using HTTP post. For trusted environments or a limited audience, the access to forms and survey can be limited through trusted links, where access to a form or survey requires a special link with a token, which can be communicated to the audience, for instance by email to the related target group. The underlying Plone system as foundation for Privacy Form Studio provides a very solid and very secure system with an excellent security record for more than 25 years. Also trusted by the CIA. The deployment option is not about speed. Plone is fast, and so is Private Form Studio. This is about responsibility and infrastructure on the customer side. Existing Plone customers or customers using Plone could install Private Form Studio into their Plone system. New customers of Private Form Studio would be provided with a Plone-based Docker container in order to run Private Form Studio as a pre-configured application, either on-premise in their own infrastructure or within the customer's cloud. We could also provide the hosting of the application for the customer. The decision where and how depends on customer needs, compliance, and regulations. Privacy Form Studio is a Plone solution that as an open-source content management system, CMS, has a stability track record of over 20 years. Form content type is powered by SurveyJS, so your editors get a modern drag-and-drop builder, and your users get a polished form-filling experience. We're also an official SurveyJS partner, so we can support licensing guidance and expert integration. But the key point is, forms are hosted on your system, and the workflow from authoring to exports stay inside your infrastructure. Privacy Form Studio layers protections across rendering and submission. How does it look in practice? There are various demos in 10 languages which show most of the functionalities and which can be used for trying things out. In the visual editor, you can add questions, change the design, font, colors, and define logic. Logic allows you to add interactivity to your questionnaire. If you want to take the form to a different level, you can use the AI generator. AI can accelerate drafting, but it must be optional and controllable. The AI generator turns a natural language prompt into SurveyJSON. We support AI features through well-known AI providers like OpenAI or Anthropic. AI models can also be used under your own control, on-premise, or within your own cloud, without any application, for instance, using AWS or Azure. The AI configuration is just a URL and an API key. If you don't want AI at all, you simply don't enable it. The core workflows don't depend on it. The PDF form import feature lets you upload a PDF and generate a SurveyJS form that matches the layout and structure, combining visual analysis with extracted form field metadata. You can add additional instructions, preview the generated form, validate it, and then store it as a new version. In the Results and Dashboard section, you can track the response to the surveys and forms, and inspect, filter, and export the data. When you have built a form, you can go to Action, where you can choose what to do with the form: just to store, to email, or post the form to the endpoint, which means to the people who are supposed to fill in the forms. If you store a form, it will be stored safely in Plone. You can send the form as attachment or embedded to the email or on a website. In the email section, you can determine in which format the form is to be sent. The purpose of optional notifications is privacy and security. A notification email just contains a link to an entered data item rather than sending confidential data by email, which might be forbidden through compliance rules. In the Dates section, the publishing of the survey, including the sending of the emails, can be entered. The expiration date determines when surveys are discontinued. In regulated environments, the hard part isn't building a form, it's controlling change. Privacy Forms Studio is built for governance. You can review versions and roll back when needed, with an audit-ready trail. So that's Privacy Forms Studio, modern SurveyJS forms, governed and operated inside Plone, with export automation, embedding, and a security model designed for real environments. If you're building citizen services, HR workflows, research surveys, or internal compliance processes, and you need great UX without third-party data risk, let's talk.